Our top focus on WION at this hour. Egypt's President Abdel-Fattah El-Sisi has warned of serious regional escalation. And this following a drone strike on 2 vessels at the Damietta Port on the Mediterranean coast. The attack has raised fears of a wider US-Iran conflict, with US Senate rejecting a bid to limit President Trump's power on Iran, and United Nations warning of a worsening humanitarian crisis. Egyptian authorities are currently investigating Wednesday's drone attack on the US-owned floating storage and regasification unit at Rose Winter and the Greek-owned LNG tanker Gaslog Salim. Prime Minister Mustafa Marbouri has said that firefighters battled the blaze for nearly 12 hours, with emergency crews working under hazardous conditions due to the vessel's highly pressurized natural gas systems. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack, and Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels, they have denied any involvement.
The security agencies are now analyzing the remains of the drone to determine its source. Until this moment, no one has officially claimed responsibility for this attack. There are speculations and opinions, but we do not rely on speculation. The investigation is ongoing, and Egypt's response will be based on confirmed facts.
During a telephone conversation with Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, Egyptian President Sisi called for coordinated efforts by Egypt, Spain, Europe, and the wider international community to prevent further escalation in the region. As investigations continue, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has described Egypt as an important friend and partner, saying Egypt's security is of utmost importance to Iran. Meanwhile, the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, they said that it carried out strikes against US military facilities in Kuwait and Jordan in retaliation for large-scale US attack on Iran's Qeshm Island earlier that day. According to the IRGC, the retaliatory strikes on the US base in Kuwait, it destroyed 2 drone hangars and a fuel depot used by aircraft and military helicopters. The IRGC also claimed that another retaliatory strike on a US military facility in Jordan resulted in the destruction of 3 F-35 fighter jets. Meanwhile, the United States Senate has rejected another war powers resolution, which was aimed at restricting President Donald Trump's authority to continue military operations against Iran without congressional approval. The measure failed by a vote of 49 to 50, marking another unsuccessful attempt by lawmakers to limit US military involvement in the conflict. At the United Nations, officials say that the humanitarian impact of the fighting is worsening, with civilian casualties and damage to critical infrastructure now reported in multiple countries, including Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt. The UN says that Jordan and Egypt remain vital corridors for humanitarian assistance and medical evacuations.
OCHA continues to monitor the humanitarian impact and calls on all parties to uphold their obligations under international humanitarian law, including by protecting civilians and civilian vital infrastructure.